Hello everyone, Jean here. Welcome on back to my channel. Today I got something a little fun to do. This is kind of for the kiddos, but you can make it for yourself. So what I did is this is kind of the same style as this accordion album we made. The waterfall album we made. So years ago I made something like this in plastic canvas. So I'm like, let's see if I can do this in paper and cardstock. So what it is you've got a little box on this side and you could put crayons in there, and I did it with magnets, and then you can put the paper, little pad of paper on this side, and the kids, it'll close up and the kids can take it with them traveling. So it'll be a lot of fun, keep them busy. So we're gonna make another one of these today. So let me put this aside. This is the paper pack I'm going to use for this one. I figure I made a little girl one. I have to make a little boy one too, be fair. This is a little dreamer, and you only need 6 by 6. You can use the big ones if you want, but you don't need big sheets of paper for this. So now, because we already made this waterfall, it's similar. The base is similar. So I'm not going to like totally make it from scratch. So I have some of it already made. I will link this one in the description so you can kind of go back to that. But I already have the book part itself made. So what you need for that is, let me grab some of those things. So you need some chipboard pieces. So you will need 2 chipboard pieces that are 5.5 by 4 inches. And those will be here. And I got to see where it folds here and here. So they'll go here and they'll go here. Okay. So you need 2 of them. You can leave them in here, I guess. And then you're going to need 1 that is 5.5 by 2 inches. And that'll be for this flat piece here. And then you're going to need 2 that are 1.5 inch by 5.5 inches. And that's going to be for here and for here. Now those are your chipboard pieces, okay? Then you are going to need a sheet of paper that is going to be 7.5 inches by 15.5 inches. That means you're going to need to kind of glue 2 pieces together. So cut one at 7.5 by 8 and cut another one at 7.5 by 8.5 inches. Glue together with a 1 inch overlap. So that'll give you 7.5 by 15.5. Okay. So just like the other album, then all we're going to do is we're going to cover it. We're going to fold in the edges. So you can go back to the waterfall one to see how to do that. Okay. I didn't want to take a lot of time repeating steps. So then I just covered that. And then for this inside piece here, then this kind of lighter orange color, we're just going to lay this piece right on top. And this piece is, I kind of cut that one bigger, but need a 14 inch. So it should be 14 inches by 5.25 by 14 inches. I got this one 13. That's not quite enough. So 14. Do you have a pen here? I can redo that. Okay, so that's going to be 14 inches, okay? So 14 by 5.25. So same thing. You're going to overlap 5.25 and then take 2 pieces. I got an 8 and a 16, which is a 14. That's all right. So you want an 8 and a 7 inch. So you want one at 5.25 by 8 and one at 5.25 by 7. And then glue it with a 1 inch overlap. And then you're going to lay that on top of here, okay? So that would be your book. Let me get these pieces out of our way. Okay, so that will be what your book will look like then. Just like that. Okay, so we have that. So what I'm going to do first is, because I always forget, is we're going to lay some magnets down before we cover our paper on this one. So I'm going to lay my magnets down quick. So I have these. I need a negative. All right. Yep, I'll need that. I'm going to do 2 on. I like 2 better. You can do just 1 in the middle. I like doing 2. So let's grab another set. positive and a negative. I just think it makes a nicer, see here I got 2. So I got the 2. I just think it makes a nicer closure. Okay, so let's put down my little pokey tool so I can get the little backing off. Okay, we're going to put 1. Now you want to give it, I put it right about in the middle. I just eyeball. You want enough space on each side so you can put your paper down. Okay, now take another one. So you want to lay these down because we're going to cover it with a piece of paper, decorative paper. So just eyeball. Looks pretty good. Okay, then we're going to put the other one on top. And then when we close it, we want to make sure before we push it, we're going to make sure it's square. Or as square as you can get. Pull the backings off. I think these are basic gray magnets, I believe. Which I love. But there's lots of magnets out there. So I just take it, kind of line it up, and then make sure it's somewhat square before I close it down. Okay. So now our magnets are in place, hopefully. So now I have everything cut out already because we did the waterfall one in full. I did that one from start to finish, so you can go back to that and kind of look. So we're going to go ahead and cover these. I have everything, the pieces. Let me get them out here. Okay, these pieces are going to all go, these are 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. So these are going to go in the smaller ones. So we're just going to kind of figure out what do we want on the inside, what do we want on the outside. So I think I'm going to do the outside first. So we're going to do the 2 smaller ones. What do I want? I think I want the cars and the stripes. So I think I'll go cars. Now you want to make sure you got up or down. Well, I guess that one don't matter. The cars are both ways. And I'm going to put this one right here. Okay. So I'm going to do that. These are just fun. You can, I have some things at the end that you can use instead of crayons. So you can make yourself one. Throw it in your purse. If you're one of those people that like to take notes and stuff like that. Okay, I'll do the stripe one. I don't have the one from years ago. I made quite a bit of them for gifts out of plastic canvas. And those are really cute. They went over really well. But I don't have any left. I don't even know if I have the pattern anymore. Okay, so that's the outside. Now we'll go on the inside. And we can choose. Do I want that or do I want a star? I think I like the airplanes and the words. I think we're going to go like that. That's the hardest decision, isn't it? What shall we go with? Okay, and it's my Barely Arts glue. Oops. Okay, put that right in there. And another one. Make sure we got the right one here. Okay, so we got those 4 pieces done. We can get rid of that. Next, we have, this is the bigger piece. So this is going to be for this piece here. So both sides. So that is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. You will need 2 of them. And I'm going to do my front first. So we don't want the boats because that goes that way. So we definitely want the red. Or we can go with the green. Or we can go with the stars. So now do I want the stars or the red or the green? I think I like the green. Pick up some of that green, but there's a lot of red in here too. I'm going to go red. I'm going with red. You know, that's the hardest. Okay, center it the best you can. This is just another ideal of what you guys can do. You know, and like I said, using that waterfall, you know, pattern, there's a lot of different things you can make with this. You know, this was just a simple waterfall album, same basic thing. And now I'm turning that into a little activity. I don't know, activity something for the kids. Stars with that, green with that. I don't know. It's going to close that way. I think I'll put a darker color there. I don't know what my other color sheets are, but I like using lots of different patterns and colors when I'm dealing with for kids. You know, they need the things to look at. So, press down good around that magnet. I don't think I put enough glue on my paper because I forgot I was covering the magnet now, but we'll work it. Just push all the way around it. And it'll eventually seal. Kids love colors, patterns. Use as many as you can. All right. This closes real nice. Okay. Now we have that one done. Now our next, we got 4 of these ones now. Okay. So these are going to go in the big spots. 1, 2. 1, 2. So I'm going to do this, the front side first. Make sure I have my orientation right. Okay, so you need 4 of them at 3 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4 inch. So cut 4 of them. And again, we'll put our patterns out. The airplanes, we got the words on that side, we got the stars, we got the red on that side, we got the hearts. And I think I'm going to put that on the back, I think. I like the planes for our little focal point. I don't want that. See, that's like the hardest, isn't it? Let's not overthink this. Let's just do it. The kids are going to like it no matter what. If you're making one for yourself, come on, glue. There we go. The glue wants to give me trouble as usual. Okay. All right. The airplane's going over the magnets. So this time I'll try to remember to put a little bit more glue on. Typically, you don't need a lot of glue, but when you're dealing with the magnets, you want to make sure it goes around the magnets. Okay. Center. Let me see how it looks. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Just fuss with the magnets a little bit. All right. Looks good. Let's go inside. Now we have these 2. I kind of really like this red. Put that red there. The stars there. The red there. The stars there. That was my camera. Okay. This is going to be almost all covered up. This is going to be almost all covered up. So you got to think of that because we're going to be putting a pocket over this. So this is going to, most of this is going to get covered up. Most of these 2 are going to get covered up. So, because that's where the crayon box is going to go. We're going to leave the crayon box for last. It's very easy to make though, but just leaving that for last. Let's get this all assembled first. So we can do that, right? Put that in. Okay, now some stars. How's everyone doing? Getting through this cold. Got a little cold spell going on right now again. But that's Wisconsin for you. All right. Now we have our inside and our outside done. Okay. It's a little stiff once it gets worked in a little bit. You don't want to like force it too much. Now let's see. Let's do our side that's going to have the pocket on for the notebook. Okay. We are going to make our, and I forgot to score this one. So we will Okay, let me go get the scoreboard. I shall be right back. Okay, forgot to score this piece. So this piece is a 4 by 4.5. And you're going to score it at 1/4 inch and then 4 1/4. So I'm going to go 1/4. And then you're going to go at 4 1/4. And then you're going to turn it. And you're going to do 3 1/4. Yep, 3 1/4. Oh my goodness. What size is that? Let me see if I have this size right for you guys first. It's supposed to be 4 inches. That's not right. Boy, am I struggling today, huh? That's 3.5 inches. That one was right. I don't know why we got this one wrong. Probably could have left it though, but all right. All right, so you want it, it's a 3.5 by 4.5 inch square. I must have been sleeping when I worked on this one, huh? Then we're going to do 3 1/4. Okay. Basically, you're just doing 1/4 inch all the way around is all you really need for this. Okay, and then we're just going to cut those little, we don't need those little breaks. Just cut it on an angle. Don't need those. Get rid of those. And we're going to fold those in. Let's bring this camera back a little. Everything's like crooked today. All right. So you have this here. And now we are going to put that just right down here. And that is where our pad of paper will slip in. See, now I should have looked to see what color this was. But that's okay. It's all getting covered up anyways. So again, you want a square that's 3.5 inches by 4.5 inches. And then just do a 1/4 inch score all the way around 3 sides. Don't mean to mess you guys up, okay? Put some glue. Like sometimes I'm in such a hurry to get a project out for you guys that I don't double check my measurements, I guess. But we'll do it on the go together. Okay. Now I made this bigger to fit different size little notebooks. sure it stays down. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, there's our little pocket. So now our overlay piece still looks like it fits. Is 3 inches by 3 3/4 of an inch. Okay, just cut one of them, and that's going to fit right over the top of that. So see, we covered up that whole red anyways. So I hope I didn't mess you guys up too much with this project. Okay, so that's where we'll put a pad of paper and it'll just go in like that. So that's why I left it bigger, because I'll show you the other one when we're done. Different sizes you can get out there. There's so many different sizes, so I just tried to do the best I could and the biggest we could. Okay, now we are going to do the box. Now you can take, if you don't want to make the little box, this is a 16, this is about the same size as a 16 box of crayons. And you could just tape that in there if you want. But no, I'm a crafter, so we are going to make the box to put in there. So our first step is find my right piece of paper. Put this off to the side. You will need, here, let's put this off to the side so it's not in our view. Okay, now we're going to work on the crayon box. So now you're going to need a sheet of paper that's 6.5 by 8 inches. Okay, so I have that here, 6.5 by 8 inches. We got to do some scoring. So we're going to score, I'm going to get this the right way for you. We're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. Then we're going to score at 3 3/4 of an inch, 4.5 inches, and then we're going to score at 7.5 inches. Okay, put that there for a minute. Then we are just going to turn it clock to the, what would that be, to the left? Okay, and I'll line these score marks up. So you can see I'm going to score at 1 inch. I'm going to score at 1 3/4 inch. And then I will score at 5 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so that is all our score marks that we need. Hold that there for a minute for you, so you can see that. Okay, get rid of that. So now we are going to be doing some cutting. We're going to cut away. I just want to make sure, cut this the right way. So I have this the right way up. Now make sure you line up your score marks, okay, before you start cutting, because if you go this way, accidentally go this way, those score marks do not line up. So you want to make sure you have them the right way. Okay, now anywhere you see an X, we are getting rid of that. We're going to cut that out. Now I'm going to go step by step with you on this, so don't get scared. It's easy enough to do. Okay, so we'll start down with the little easy square. So this bottom corner right here, we are going to cut that right out. Okay, let's move some of that stuff out of my way. Cut that out. Okay, so see, we got rid of that. We don't want that piece. Now, up here you have a bunch of X's. Now, normally, because, you know, I'm experienced, done this enough, I would take and just cut all that out at one shot. But for you guys, we're going to take it step by step. So this is showing the 2 end squares. Okay, so those 2 small squares, let's get rid of those. Take this step by step. It's a very easy box to make. I just want you to understand with all this messy X's here. See, get rid of. Okay, now we have the 2 long ones. You see the 2 long? You can see the 2 long ones. Okay, we're going to cut those right out. Okay, so we line that back up. See what we're doing? Get rid of that. Now we have these 2. So we have these next 2. Get rid of those. See, like I said, you could just continue on, cut all that out, but you don't want to get confused the first time doing this. I messed up. When I made this box, I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, see where we're at so far? All that is all gone. What do we have left? We have the 2 on this end. So we're going to get rid of those 2 squares on this end, okay? I'm taking the score marks away. Okay, there's what we have. Got rid of all of them, so they're all gone, okay? Get rid of that. And now, this is my template. This is what it looks like. Now, we are not quite done though yet. We got to do a couple little miters. So let's start with that. So let's start with this top we're going to leave. We're going to leave the top just like that. We are going to work on the bottom. First thing we're going to do is we're going to slice up here. We're going to slice up here. And then we're going to slice up here. So take this, just make a slice up to that first score line. Simple, simple, simple. So now you've got all the little tabs. That'll be for folding. Now for this middle one, with this little one here, let's do a little angle on each side. Okay, so we're going to take a little angle. Doesn't matter how much you take off. It's just to help make the box lay a little prettier. Let's see what we got. Now this last one, we're going to do a little angle on both sides of this last one. Okay, now that's what we have. So we are done. Okay, now it looks just like that. We are done with that template. Here's what we have. Don't get scared yet. Now we're just going to do some folding. So all we're going to do is we're going to fold all our little lines here. Okay, just fold all our little score marks. Help us get this box together. Okay, this is going to be our little flap. Okay, that's our top. This is going to go in. I'm going to leave the bottom for a minute. And I'm just going to bring over and we're going to close it in like this. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it down. And we are just going to be gluing the ends together like that. Okay, let's get some glue here. All right, just want to line that up. Okay, square that, line that up. Get that squared. There we go. Just make sure you got it squared. Okay, and I'm going to lay it on its side. Don't have my bone folder down here, so let's take my scissors and just kind of rub it in there. Help lay it down. Okay. Now we're going to take our 2 little flappies and put them inside. And then you can take one of these down. This is the front of your box. This will be the front of your box. So I'm going to take this flap, or this way, this one in, and then this one down, just so it looks a little nicer. Okay, so we are going to glue all that. So I put a little bit of glue on the tabs. And then kind of lay that down for now. And then I'll put some glue on here, just because my finger's in the way of the other one. And put that down. And just make sure it's squared up. Got a little heavy with the glue there as usual. But I want to make sure it's glued really tight because of the kids. Now I'm going to flip it over and just take my scissors, bone folder, whatever you have, and just push it all down. Okay. I'm just going to rub it down. All right, now you have your little crayon box. Cute. Now what I want to do right away, because you know I'll forget, is so this is going to be your flap. It's going to go over like this, and that's how it's going to hook, okay? Now I do that because if the kids do this, their crayons aren't going to come flying out, okay? So that's why I put the little flap, okay, down. So we got some magnets. Where are my magnets, everybody? I got the little ones. Got some little ones here. Get them out of their pack. Do we have some negatives in here? Or are they all positive? There should be negatives too. There we go. Okay, let's grab out two. My goodness. Brand new pack. Okay, two of the positives. Two positives, and then get two negatives. You know I like to do twos. You can do just one, but I think it lays nicer. Okay, now we're going to put it on the inside of the flap here. You know the fun of magnets sticking together. Okay. And then just center that right about in the middle again. Remember, we want to leave room for the paper to glue around it. Alrighty, now we can put the negative on here. I'm going to take off the sticky back. If yours don't have a sticky back, then just throw some glue on there. I have some that don't have the sticky back, but... Okay, now, before I close it, I want to make sure it's squared. So I want to square my box. And my magnets are trying to hook down on me. So just kind of square it the best and then hook it down. Okay. And there you go. Now you got your magnets. Now you got your cute little box. All right, so now we're gonna line that. And first of all, we have this piece here. Now we're not decorating the back, of course, because that's going to get glued down. So we have that piece on the front, and that is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, let's glue that down. Get a little bit more. And just throw some around the magnet, so make sure I have some enough on the magnet up there. And line this up. Bring it down to me a little bit, so I can make sure. All right. Now I'm going to flip it this way. And I wish I had my bone folder, but now we got a ruler. Flip it upside down so you don't smash your box. And then I'll pick it up and then make sure around the magnet you push down tightly. You don't want to push down this way because you'll squish your box. And then just get that all the way around that magnet. Okay. Beautiful. Now we have two of them. I'll make sure I get the right pieces. All right, so now we have our flap. We have that piece and that piece. Okay. And those are 2 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. Now, what do we want? I'm going to go to this one first and see which one I want. I think I'll take the orange. Orange? Nope, I don't want that one. I don't like the green, I don't think. I could do little stars with big stars, but I don't like that. Actually, the green brings out this green. There is no orange in here, so I'm going to use the green here because it picks up the green, since there's no orange in that one. Okay. Yeah, open it back up so I can smash it down. All right, and now for the inside, really doesn't matter. I'll stick with the orange on the inside. Load up the glue a little bit more. And let's see if I can go. Okay, turn it this way so it's facing me a little. And just push that down around the magnets. Now you could use like the little Velcro dots instead if you don't want to use magnets with kids. I have the cover, I mean, that's why I put the paper over the magnets, so it's not as accessible for the kids. But if you still don't feel safe with that, then use Velcro dots instead. They have all those really nice clear Velcro dots you can get. There. Okay, and it closes. So there is your box. Now I am gonna, you know, you don't have to do all these other ones, but let's do it anyways, right? So I am going to do up here, and let's look at my colors. We'll do the plaid up here. You know, I like lots of variety for the little kids. Get some of this glue off the top of there. So we're gonna do the plaid. Like I said, this is just an extra step. You don't have to do all these little pieces if you don't want to, but I like to have lots of colors and patterns for kids. Okay. And then I do have one for inside there. That'll have to be the little red one. Okay. And those two were 2 3/4 by 1/2 inch for those. Okay, now how's that look? Now, yes, I'm going to do the 2 edges too. And those are 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. Okay, now do we want to do, I think I'll just do the stars on both sides. Now, like you're going to see it really well. Anyways, once it's in the book. Now, you can get really fancy with this if you want. You can go ink your edges, all that stuff. I don't. This is for kids. They're going to beat it up anyways. Now, if you're making yourself one, you might want to really make it fancy. I mean, I would really dazzle mine up. Come on, over there a little bit. All right, so there's your crayon box. And bring this back in. Okay, there's your little crayon box. And we are just going to glue it down in the middle here. So we're just going to glue that down now. Okay, you can be generous with the glue for this, just so that you want it to stay pretty good. Okay, I'm going to rely on my camera and hope I can get that on there straight. Looks pretty good. I'm going to hold it down. Don't squish it too much. Get my glue out of the way. Okay, then open it up. And then I'll take my ruler to it. I'm still trying to get extra supplies down this basement. Like, we have a finished basement down here, and that's where I do the taping because it's the quietest spot in the house. So I'm still just trying to get doubles of everything down here so I don't have to quit going upstairs every time and looking. It'll get done. All right, voila. So now we are done as far as that goes. I am not going to take the time to decorate it because this has been a long video already. But you can go into your paper pack and there is some cutouts. So there is some cutouts, and you can cut out like this one I did. I just put a couple cutouts on the front, so you can go ahead and decorate it however you would like. You can decorate it, and I'll probably do that later on. Okay, so now what I want to show you is, so that's your book. Now in this one I have crayons. So like it says, it holds 16 crayons. And this one, these I got at, I don't know if you can get these at Dollar Tree anymore, but I got these at Dollar Tree. And then you would just pull each one apart, but I kept 2 of them together to make it thicker. So those are from Dollar Tree, and these are about 3.5 inches wide by 5 inches long. So, and they fit in there with even a little bit of room to spare. So you can see a tiny bit of room to spare on each side, okay? Then I got these off of Amazon, and I can link these for you. These are 5 inches long by only 3 inches. So you just want to look like you can get in about, I wouldn't go over 3 3/4. So this shows 2 different sizes that you can put in there. Well, if I can get it down in there, there we go. Okay, so you got 2 different type notebooks that you can put in there. I'll bring that down for you guys here a little bit. So you got 2 different ones. Also, now you can put in colored pencils. You can find these colored pencils. You can find out, these are just Crayola, a box of 64, and they're half size. You can put those in instead. They'll fit in there just fine, okay? So if you don't want to use crayon, you got colored pencils. Maybe your kids prefer colored pencils. Now, if you want to make this for yourself, use that pens I've been showing for a while that I said was for an upcoming project. I'll link these. I got these off of Amazon. These write really nice. These are really nice gel pens, by the way, if you're into gel pens. And these will fit in there just perfectly, too. So they'll fit in there. They fell down. So they're a little smaller than the crayon, but they still will work. And you can adjust your box if you want. Also, you can take, and which I didn't do on here, but we can quick do. I think, nope, I'm not going to be able to do it. I forgot to put a finger pull. You want to put a finger pull on your box. I forgot to do that on this one. Boy, this is a bad tutorial, guys. You should fire me right now. I do have a finger pull I can get in there later on. I'll get that and do that. So look on the, look on the market and see what you find. The crayons fit in there about perfect. And you can get, 16 of them in there. But if you like pens, you can find pens. You can find colored pencils. There's a lot of different things. There's other size tablets. Just make sure you measure before you get yours to make sure they fit. And let me get some of this out of our way. And there you have it. So you have different ones you can make. Something fun for the kids. They can take and travel with this. Give them something to do. See how that is? It folds up nicely. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, even though I had a struggle on this one. Because I will see you guys in the next one. As always, bye now and have a good day.